Hi guys, now we're going to take a look at area of sectors and perimeters of sectors. So we're going to start with a circle, because you should know that to find the area of a circle it's pi times radius squared, and the circumference, so I should say area equals, and circumference is pi times diameter. Quite a nifty way of remembering this is like this: so cherry pies are delicious, apple pies are too. Now when it's half a circle, most people are happy going, well, so if the area of a whole circle is that, half a circle is simply dividing it by 2. So let's just focus on area for a minute. And so the area of this, because it's a quarter of a circle, well, it's dividing it by 4. And then people get a little bit more stuck here. But it's 3/4 of a circle, so it's 3 pi r squared 4. It's 3/4. Or you can say something like this: so 3/4 times pi r squared, because it's 3/4 of it. And obviously we'll replace r every single time with the numbers that we have here. So the r in this example will be 5, because this is a diameter, 3 here, and 4 here. And you'd get the answer. Circumference becomes a little bit harder, and we actually stop calling it circumference when there's actually a straight edge, and we call it perimeter again. So here the perimeter is obviously half the circumference, so it's the perimeter is pi times diameter halved to give us that, but then you have to add on the straight edges as well. We'll do some of these in a minute, don't worry. So the perimeter here would be pi times diameter, but not a whole pi times diameter, a whole circumference, divided by 4. That would give us this, what we call arc length, but the perimeter would be this and then this again, and this is the middle of a circle, so this also must be 3, so we're adding on 6. And likewise, so it's going to be 3 pi d over 4 to give us 3/4 of the arc length, or the 3/4 of the circumference, sorry, plus the 4 and plus the 4, so plus an 8. Now that's all well and good, but as soon as we start changing it from easy pictures, it gets a little bit harder. Now these two are reasonably easy still, but this last one is a little bit harder. But I'm actually going to do this properly with some numbers. So what we'd say, it's actually 60 degrees, this one, out of the whole 360. So that is the fraction of the circle. And then I'm going to times it to find the area by pi times radius squared, which is 6 squared. So this is for, I should say, the area. So 60 divided by 360, I'm going to hit equals now, times pi equals times 36, or 6 squared. And I get there 18.8 centimeters squared, and that's to 1 decimal place. Now you can get these questions in terms of pi, which means leave it as pi is your answer. So if you think what this is a sixth, and there's 6 of these in 360. So what you've actually got is a sixth times pi times 36. With multiplication you can do this in any order. So a sixth of 36 is 6 times pi is simply 6 pi centimeters squared. So if they give you this on a non-calculator, the numbers will basically work nicely. Now let's go over to perimeter. Perimeter is the arc length, so the length of part of the circumference we call arc length, plus these two radii, so it's just going to be plus 12 here. So again, it's 60 divided by 360 times pi times diameter, and this time the diameter is not 6, it is 12. Remember, a diameter is 2 radii, and then we're going to add on a 12. So I'm just type this in again, 60 divided by 360 equals times pi equals times 12. I don't trust calculator, so I take my time, and then add 12 right at the very end, and my perimeter is 18.3 centimeters. Remember, it's 1 dimension length, and that's also to 1 decimal place. Let's do another one. So this one is 30 out of 360, or a 12th, like this one was a 6th, times pi times 7 squared, and you just simply type this in now. So 30 divided by 360 times pi times 7 squared, or 49. That one is 12.8 centimeters squared, and the perimeter is going to be the same thing, 30 over 360 times pi times diameter. The diameter in this case is 14, 2 radii, and then we're going to add on that 14 again for the extra straight edges. So 30 divided by 360 times pi times 14, and then so that's the whole area. Now I need to add my 14 on, and I get 17.7 centimeters to 1 decimal place. Now both of these you can do with non-calculator. No, actually you can't this one, because a 12th of 49 won't work, so they'd only give you this one in a calculator paper too. Okay, but this one you certainly can't, because 54s don't go into 360. So it's going to be 54 out of the 360 for the area, times pi times the radius squared, and the radius we can see is 5. I'm not going to type it in because you get the gist of it now. This one is going to be 54 out of 360 times pi times diameter for the circumference. The diameter is 10. And then we have to add on the extra 10 to go all the way around our shape. So that's how you do it.